I think being stuck in a genre of music it's limiting, and I don't want to be limited anymore. Music, historically speaking, bands were still stuck in the whole like post-grunge thing. But in Seattle, we were kind of already over it. Bands already started coming out, like on Up Records, like, you know, Modest Mouse started coming up. The Murder City Devils came out. So there were a lot of just mostly bands. But I didn't have a band. It was just me and a guitar. That was my band. So there was no other. It's not like today, where you had like 20 million singer-songwriters to choose from. There were no other artists to play with, except for like maybe Elliott Smith. I was playing shows with rock bands, and I know Elliott Smith was as well. You know, so. Brothers and Sisters of the Eternal Son is probably, I think, like, it is my, well, it's sort of like, I think, my awakening. I mean, St. Bartlett was like my eyes being opened. Maricopa is like me standing up, and like Brothers and Sisters of the Eternal Son is like me walking. And now I'm on this journey. I feel limitless. The record, I feel, is limitless. Now I want to. There's everything. I want to do all kinds of records now. I mean, so in the dream I had, I mean, the people who live in Maricopa, they weren't called this in my dream, but I named them this, Brothers and Sisters of the Eternal Son. I had to give them a name because everybody in the town of Maricopa, the community of Maricopa, if you will, everybody had their first name being Silver. And their first name became their last name, right? Here's what it was like. It was almost like God to me was more like the Father who like gives you all you want, you know. But you show up and you're like, okay, cool, thanks for this, and you peace out and you leave. And then when life gets bad, you go back again. And life is good, cool. You take out. So it became like my faith became like this ping pong game. So there was one day I got to a point where my life was just like in shambles, pretty much, and I think God allowed it to happen so that I can learn from the experience, you know. And so now I am, and I had this spiritual awakening happen in my life, you know. I think that God is the creator of life, of all things that are beautiful and magnificent, and we are standing around going, whoa, this is awesome. But he's saying, like, it's awesome, but now you have to go out and do something. I mean, I'm a normal guy who just loves Jesus. That's really it. Does it play an influence on my music? Definitely does. Because it's surrounded in mystery, you know what I mean? It's surrounded in mystery. It's a very spiritual record, but it's also a very, very heavily like, outward psychic is the word, but like it's just very like it's otherworldly. Why wasn't I making the music that I really wanted to make? I spent so long making records that I didn't even like making, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't all in vain because it was a search. I had to make records, and I had to go through the experiences of studios I didn't like and records I didn't like to finally make a record, right? And I think Richard Swift actually was my voice of reason here. It was Richard who said to me, "You have all these influences, but you don't really use them." I love all these things: Brazilian jazz, Afro-American, you know, early stages of like rhythms, Cuban rhythm. You like easy listening, like Ray Conniff, like huge sounds, like you like the Beach Boys, you like Gordon Lightfoot, you know, like whatever. Bring it all into one thing, you know. Yes, King Crimson, Kraftwerk, you know. Bring it all in one thing and make a record, and that is what I did. It's like you see where your limit is, and then you push that even further. To where you're so far there is no limit. And that's really cool with Richard. He does that with sound. How he does that, I have no idea. Okay. I watch him. I'm like, I still don't understand how he does it.
We went out for a time by the sentence's end, climbing into the eye where the numbers begin. Go back down, don't touch the ground.